We have to hit the draft.
Yes.
Hometown team. Absolutely.
Did they do
Did a great job.
Oh,
I mean, literally an epic
best pick
fail
in the draft.
Uh-oh.
Best pick in the draft. I'm being 100% serious. Best pick in the draft.
You're not being
You
100%.
cannot.
I'm being 100%
We'll give you your
serious.
shot. Defend.
Let's give the context if probably don't know. Give the
Okay.
context.
So let me set it up, and then you can defend. So 5 weeks ago, the Falcons decide.
I think it was like last week.
No, to spend $180 million.
That part, yes.
On a quarterback. They're like, hey, we are a quarterback and a few defensive pieces away from being a real contender.
Caveat to know, 36-year-old quarterback coming off ACL. Achilles. Just for more context, it's not a 22-year-old quarterback.
Right,
totally.
totally.
It's 36-year-old.
Kirk Cousins,
Achilles.
track record of being one of the most accurate quarterbacks
4,000
in
yards,
the league.
10
There is a argument to be made that it was the right thing to do so that they could be competitors this coming year.
For sure. Without question.
And a lot of people, despite the money being spent, were like, cool. Now we just need to take care of some defensive side of this because the Falcons are the worst at turnovers. They're the worst at QB pressures, and they're the worst at tackling behind the line of scrimmage in the league on average. And so then the draft comes, and they're like, cool.
Big day.
There's 4 or 5 great defensive players in this draft, and then it just falls off a cliff. And with their 8th pick, they choose...
Top 10.
Michael Penix Jr.
Who is a...
quarterback.
Okay.
Listen. So...
Who also has a litany
He wasn't hurt last
injuries.
year. He wasn't hurt last year.
Do you want to go first or do you want me to go?
You hate the pick.
I hate the pick so much.
I love the pick. Well, go ahead.
So let me start by saying
He can't contain himself.
I love Michael Penix Jr.
Let's be very clear.
He's a good pick.
I wanted
In a general statement.
before the Cousins.
Yeah.
I wanted that.
Okay.
I said just bring in Penix.
Okay.
I said I thought he fit very well.
Young.
I liked that he was older.
Sure.
Out of this draft because I'm like
Grown
the
man.
Falcons are building to win now.
Facts.
So yeah, if you can get a 24-year-old,
Let's go. We grown.
Great.
We played.
Loved it.
Adversity.
They signed Cousins.
Yep.
I go, all right. Well, I guess we're not going to go that route.
Right.
So now let's build defensively.
Recalculating.
No.
Nope.
And then they go Penix. So they grab the oldest quarterback to wait the longest.
True.
With
Great.
the first pick, when I don't
Great
think
pick.
Penix was very desired by who was left in that first round. You could have gotten him.
Okay.
You could have gotten him in the second round. You could have gotten somebody
No.
younger in the
Penix-
second
Penix-
or third round.
Penix
You
wasn't
could-
going
they
second
could've-
round.
no, hold on.
Penix
They
wasn't
could've
going
po-
second.
They could have popped back in late first round.
They could have popped back in some picks.
Or to me,
But not-
at least maybe
back.
trade down.
Stay back.
Trade get
They would
somebody.
have. They would have had to stay in front of the Raiders. The Raiders would have swiped.
Okay,
it.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna
that's
tell you
fine.
right now for Vegas, we would have swiped. it.
Absolutely.
They could have though. They could have traded.
They could've went back a
I think
few.
I
Minnesota
think a
might
lot
have.
of people agreed that they reached at 8.
But then JJ would have been there, and like there was a quarterback
He was going
to
in
be
the first
taken
round.
in the
Let's be
late
very
first
clear.
round.
He was going in the first round.
If
I
you
just-
wanted a backup
yeah.
You
quarterback.
thought it should not have been a quarterback at all.
I thought
that early.
That early.
Gotcha.
Love the
Okay.
pick.
Talk to us.
Defend it.
First of all, I want to start by saying everybody's like, "Oh, Kirk Cousins, you spent all this money." This ain't our money.
Oh,
This
okay.
are the blank money. I'm just
But
looking
there's
at
a salary cap issue.
Right. But I'm saying is
It's not European soccer where they can
yeah.
spend any amount of money that
I
they
get
want
it.
to.
Here's the thing, and they said it in the interview, right? Like quarterback, the league is built on quarterbacks.
Facts.
You just sign this quarterback. We all admit shaky, right? And
We'll see what it
Cousins
looks like.
as far as his body or
We don't
whatever,
know. We'll see.
and staying on the field.
Sure.
If you lose him and you know you have a potentially have a competitive team,
Okay.
you do have somebody,
This is
right?
true.
So a lot of things have to go wrong for you to not be competitive and stay competitive.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
From a quarterback position,
Yes.
a lot of things have. So like already you feel secure in that.
Gotcha.
Right. Second, if this the guy you want, he say he had the best deep ball in the draft.
Yep.
He has one of the strongest arms in the draft.
Yep.
Why not?
Okay.
Because I didn't see anybody on defense that you go immediate impact. At least
Dallas
for
Turner.
me. I didn't see that for me.
Sure.
For me, I didn't see that.
Okay.
Like immediate. So I'm like, all right.
On this team, immediate impact. Maybe
he
on another
starts
team.
on this team,
Yes,
but I
he
don't
starts.
think he's immediate impact like a
Okay.
Micah Parsons.
I got you.
Or
I got you.
I don't think he's that. I don't
Sure.
think he's like league changing
Got you.
defender. So you get this guy in, and then listen. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know if anybody will say this.
Say it.
Arthur Blank is smart. He goes, man. Last time we had a dude named Michael, who was black, who was lefty. I sold a lot of tickets. I I sold so many tickets.
You went the business
angle.
I
sold so many tickets.
The business side.
And I'm telling you right now, there are fans of the Falcons who have not been fans of the Falcons since Michael Vick's not here. Who are like, and even me when I saw it, I was like, that's a weird pick.
Yeah.
And I see them posting it like, I'm back in the game. Arthur Blank's like, this
Ching,
stadium.
ching.
Okay. So to that point, that's why I think it's a terrible pick. Because as soon as Kirk Cousins throws 2 interceptions, everyone's starting Michael Penix. Michael Penix. You're on the hook for 3 years, I think, before you can get out of this contract.
It's two, and then
there's an option.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you.
Option, yep.
2 and an option. So he's not starting for 3 years, or you're having to get out. You're having to eat like $25 million or $30 million a year.
If it's Arthur Blank money, as far as a team is concerned, I don't, because I like knowing that my team has a quarterback.
But you can't look at it like it's somebody else's money because it's the team's.
That's scar tissue for you for the last 5 years.
No, I feel like any team,
that's scar tissue.
You can't. I like knowing my team has a quarterback. Every team likes knowing the team has a quarterback.
But again, they should have known. Like they could have looked at the draft 8 weeks ago and been like, Michael Penix is our dude. We're gonna take him, and they should have spent $180 million on defense, and they would be like an NFC competitor.
They're still going to be an NFC competitor. Also, NFC South is weak.
But also the thing is, they're going to get hit with tampering charges.
Agreed.
So
that's another thing.
But also, so you tampered and overpaid for a quarterback that you're already planning on him leaving.
But look, though, that's also why they had to get Penix, because that tampered. They're not going to be able to get another quarterback.
But then don't
tamper.
Well, no, but I'm saying if your plan was to get Penix, then don't tamper and don't overpay and just go with Penix.
Yeah.
Now
then you have a controllable quarterback for the next 5 years.
Now you've got the 24-year-old young guy that you want. You have the $180 million to spend on him and others.
I'm not silly. Dude, I get the reasons why you're saying it was bad.
The fact that the one that killed me, this is every
dumpster fire.
Every pick that didn't draft a quarterback that needed one. Okay, so take those off the table. The fact that the Chiefs, they let the Chiefs get Xavier Worthy. Any team drafting above is like watching Xavier Worthy, the fastest wide receiver in the draft.
Yeah.
Watch them go to Patrick Mahomes, who is arguably the best player in the league. I would slightly disagree.
Argument.
But most people would agree with you. And they gave him the next fastest dude in the league. The Chiefs are going to win again.
They're gonna be a problem.
They're gonna be a problem.
The Falcons.
They just signed Kelsey to a 2-year extension today or yesterday.
Yeah.
They kept Chris Jones.
Dude, this team is about to run through the NFL, and it's not even going to be close.
The Falcons just have no idea how to be a relevant, well-run franchise.
Agreed.
They are a dumpster fire starting from top to bottom. I wanted to like what they have done in the offseason so much. And every moment that I feel optimistic that they're on the right track, they're just like, hey, let me give you something that's undefensible. Let me do that. Let me get this quarterback, and I'm like, you know what? I don't like this quarterback. I don't like this quarterback at all. And then they're like, no, here's the reason it's a good pick. I'm like, great, okay. I'm convinced. I'm starting to like this quarterback more. And then it's like, all right, well, hey, watch us poop our pants in the draft.
Did a great job in the draft.
Let's do that.
I'm saying every camera because when Michael Penix pays
TV.
off, I want y'all to remember this.
No one's saying Michael Penix is not going to be a good, if not great, quarterback in this league. But you're not going to see him for 3 years at a minimum. There's a chance you won't see him for 5 years.
Yeah, he'll be here. He'll play before 5 years.
What? Then why sign Kirk Cousins to that deal?
Because you need somebody to play right now.
He can play right now.
But you don't want him to. And that's their decision. They don't want him to. They want him to sit back. I'm cool with that. My thing is, he's going to be able to play. When he plays, it's going to be good.
I think our GM is a double agent.
Got it. Double agent. I want to go to the number one pick for a second here before we get out of here. The Bears, who I think had the best draft out of all teams are here. And I think they had the best offseason in totality, top to bottom. I think
they have a Lions year coming.
The NFC North is going to have 3 teams arguably in the playoffs, which, usually every conference gets one of those. Shout out to maybe the AFC North next year. But the Packers, the Lions, and the Bears.
You think the Bears are playoffs this year?
I think they have a strong chance. The NFC is the weaker conference. The Cowboys did not get better. The Eagles have to prove that defense is legit.
Cowboys did not get better.
So I think they have a strong chance. No guarantee. I think they have a strong chance. Their offense is probably the best. I don't know if I've seen an offense go from like to like on paper really good in like a while. Like the jump of their offense from quarterback to Swift to 3 receivers to Komet to the offensive line being top 10. I'm like, what are we doing?
Must be nice. Must be nice to watch your team.
And nobody
get better
in that
make smart
division is known
decisions.
for great defense. You're not scared of the Vikings defense. You know what I'm saying? So the Lions defense was one of the worst.
Yep.
So I just want to bring up the number 1 pick for a quick second out here. That I think he is walking into an absolutely fantastic situation. So it's going to be really exciting to see how he plays.
Congrats to Chicago fans for having a front office that's on the same
Hey,
page.
don't bring your
as
trauma
the
in this time.
quarterback.
We're transitioning out. All right.
Fine, no.
So, do you still have confidence in your head coach? Because the question is
I love
does
the
Raheem was he bought in on this decision? Because the rumor is that this is the quarterback he wanted. So to Dave's point,
that's what I'm saying too.
And it was like, hey, I don't care what y'all did before I got here. This is who I want to play with.
New coaches got to have their guy,
And that's honestly why I think this pick makes the Cousins signing worse. That's my angle. I don't think this is without the Cousins signing, this is a great pick.
I'm gonna tell you
the pick I want.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. Michael Penix was Raheem's guy.
Yeah.
And Kirk Cousins was Arthur Blank said, I'm not about to lose. We're not about to lose this year. I'm tired of losing. This gets us in the playoffs.
But I think he pissed off the fan base in the process. So
we don't care if we win. If we win, nobody cares.
Don't say we when you say we don't care if we win. You don't care if we win.
No.
Falcons fans care if they win.
No, when we win. They said all of this stuff. I said when we win.
Okay,
that's don't have a good enough defense to win. That's
in the NFC South. In the NFC South,
we can win.
First of all, we shouldn't. Let's be clear. No Falcons. Anybody should have a Super Bowl aspirations right now.
Correct.
Right.
Not
all we should be trying to do is just win an NFC South.
Win a division.
Win a division.
There's a strong chance you lose to the Saints twice again this year.
And could still win the division. That's my point. Arthur Blank is like, I need people. I need a playoff game. Like we need to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I need an NFC championship. I need the playoffs. Get me a guy who can get that next year. They're like, cool, get Kirk Cousins.
Bang.
Raheem Morris, who they all agree they like. Everybody across the league likes. He said, all right, yeah, that's cool. I think we win this year. I need a guy. Everybody knows it. You get a new coach.
Yeah,
you get a new
they
quarterback.
Want
you get your guy.
Yeah.
I get why it's weird. I understand. I'm not saying it's not weird. I'm saying it's what had to be done.
They paid $100 million because you take the buyout out. They paid $100 million for a backup quarterback.
Hey, man.
Time will tell.
I bet the Jets wish they paid $100 million for a backup quarterback last year. That's my point. NFL's the league.
The most quarterbacks started last year in a long time was like over 60. So having a quality backup ready for life to happen and still be competitive is essential.